let's just see if I have what it takes to be the next Diamond Chef.
Alan, I hate to burst your bubble, but we've already got that covered.
No, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to at least keep the hat.
Here at the Culinary Institute, we have several hundred students that are here all day during the day. We have baking classes, savory classes. We even offer wine certifications. They have a microbrewery here that you can come and learn how to make beer on your own.
We offer them certificates of proficiency, technical certificates for associate's degrees in all those areas. Our students are all over the board as far as what they have. Some of them are just graduating from high school, and maybe they were in a culinary or hospitality program in their high school. Maybe they had none at all. They just saw it on TV and said, oh, I want to go do that. And then we also have students that are starting a second career.
Alan, we're glad to have you here today.
Well, this is quite a place.
Well, thank you. This is our community education classroom where we do just that. The community comes in and learns different skills.
A really active place, I can see.
Absolutely, yeah. We stay busy.
Todd, really, why do you think there's so much interest in culinary arts and the management of culinary arts?
I would say over the last 20 years, you can go back to the industry really taking a move towards being more professional, and then with the Food Network coming on and bringing more celebrity chefs, more interest, and everybody wanting to get on camera.
Yeah.
But there's such a
little human ego in there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's such a need for qualified culinarians, hospitality professionals, baking and pastry professionals as well too.
Just fairly recently, in the past 10 years, 15 years, certainly, food scene in America has really changed. The expectations are much higher, I think, from the public for what they're being served.
Absolutely. I think our consumers are more knowledgeable, understand the integrity of the product, where it comes from, if it's grassroots or not, and so our chefs have to be prepared to answer to that.
Yeah. The whole farm-to-table movement has really raised the bar in terms of the food experience.
Absolutely, and I think it's a good thing.
So what kinds of things get the community jazzed about what you guys are doing here?
Well, obviously, earlier I mentioned our community education classroom that we're standing in, and lots of people like to come here, but our big event that's 10 years old that we were talking about earlier, Diamond Chef. It's such a huge event, and 500-600 people come to the culinary school to see the chefs cook live and have a great time.
Fun.
And it's great for us too, because we love for people to come and see our facility and enjoy.
So in this case, the community gets an opportunity to come here and really interface with students and some of these culinary professionals and see this exhibition, if you will, live.
Absolutely. It's a great competition. We'll have, and from 6 to 9, these guests get to see the competition go down and see who the winner is.
Everybody loves a little competition.
Absolutely.
And what about the food? Do they get to sample some of the things?
Yeah, we have 4 different food stations and 7 signature cocktails. Each of our competing chefs gave us a signature cocktail.
Well, there's another incentive to come.
Absolutely.
That's great.
It's a great time.
Well, I know you've got a lot to get ready for with the next Diamond Chef deal. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for coming.
I've really enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Coming up, we spend a little time with our Diamond Chef hopefuls. And later, we're going in depth on how the annual culinary competition got its start. Now that we've gotten familiar with the setting, let's meet some of our competitors, the Diamond Chef hopefuls.
to the Art Institute of Houston.
I'm actually a third-generation chef.
I started at Waffle House.
I'm a classic French trend chef.
I love Asian food.
You know, I've been doing farm to table before I think there was actually a term called farm to table.
Being from the Gulf and things like that, I enjoy cooking fresh seafood and things like that.
I like doing a new American cuisine, like bringing back old classic French dishes back in a new way.
The cooking style that I have, I'm more classically French trained, but more of just classic French meets Southern.
I didn't have a passion for Southern food per se, but it's where I come from, so I wanted to figure out a way to incorporate Southern food into what I was doing.
I grew up in France and I was not a very good student in high school, and I don't want to go back to school, and my father put me to work in a restaurant. The owner of the restaurant he put me in culinary school.
I'm coming back as reigning champion.
The Diamond Chef competition, the first time I did that was, I want to say 4 years ago. And then last year, I was asked to compete as a chef with my team, and we actually made it to the finals. So this will be 10 years of Diamond Chef this year, so last year was number 9. I think I've competed in 7 of those 9 years.
You know, in my career, I've never done any kind of competitions or anything like that. I've always been just so busy with work and things like that, so.
I love competition. I love getting out there, putting myself out there on the line, and sometimes you fall flat on your face, and other times you win.
I like to compete, you know, it's like, you know, it's not for the prize, it's just like, and that when the technique show, the knowledge show, you know, and the creativity show.
I enjoy competing. I'm kind of I like the rush of it. It's all good, you know. If we win, that's just icing on the cake, so.
In the chef's world, it's a really small world. We all know each other. We're all good friends, and it's still a competition, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, it's for a good cause. And
We're all friends, you know, until that time hits, and then it's like, you know, it's kind of on, you know. And, you know, we like to talk some smack, you know. And
oh yeah, you're in it to win it 100%. There's no need to go out there and try to lose, right?
Put mint inside the or inside the avocado and orange salad.
Chef Donnie's done, Chef Donnie's done.
This would be my 4th time competing in Diamond Chef, and I've won it twice already. So, you know, it's a really great competition. The best part about it is we raise so much money for culinary students. And to get to see those young minds get excited over us chefs coming in, I mean, it takes us back to being in culinary school and cooking for our instructor for the first time, because no matter how cool we play it, we're all nervous. At least I know I am. And it's a thrill. And then at the end, you know, hopefully we win, but win or lose, at the end of it, we've raised a ton of money for Pulaski Tech, and we've hopefully inspired a lot of young minds.
After the break, we'll get the scoop on this very popular culinary competition. You don't want to miss it. That's looking good. Okay, so we've met the chefs, we've gotten familiar with the venue here. Now let's learn a little bit about the history of the Diamond Chef. So we're going to talk to Vice Chancellor of Advancement, Shannon Boshears.
Diamond Chef Arkansas has been one of the premier fundraisers for Pulaski Tech Foundation for many years. So each chef is allowed 2 sous chefs to bring in. We have these, for each round, we have mystery ingredients that we roll out, and they just have to, you know, come up with the best they can, the best plates they can. The chefs that we bring in for Diamond Chef are just, we bring them in from around the nation. These guys are top culinary experts in their field. The things they're judged on, of course, are going to be probably their creativity of the dish, and the taste and the plating of it. Those three things are usually the tops in how they're judged. These chefs are totally in the heat of the battle. They love this. They love competing against each other. Most of them know each other, so there's a lot of, beforehand kind of trash talking and things like that. So they really enjoy getting here and competing against each other and seeing who turns out champion. And when they're in the middle of it, I don't think they're tuning out everything and the hundreds of people that are at the event. All they're focusing on is what they're putting out on their plate.
Get the meat.
30 seconds. Next, I surprise our competitors with the final round's secret ingredient. Don't go away. What do you think?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
We're pretty close.
As I've mentioned, I've got a bit of a surprise for the chefs. In the final round, I'm providing the secret ingredient, and if you know me at all, I bet you can guess what I'm going to provide. You're looking at a little piece of history here with this borrowed Plymouth Rock. This is a true American breed. It was developed in the mid to late 19th century, and there she goes. This breed is one of two that serve as the foundation for the meat chicken today. Sorry about that. The Plymouth Rock and the Cornish come together to create the Cornish Rock Cross, which is what's used today. But this breed, the borrowed Plymouth Rock, goes way back. These Plymouth Rocks became very popular in the late 19th century and early 20th centuries because of their dual purpose on the farm. The hens laid lots of eggs. They were big. The hens would weigh anywhere from 6 to 8 pounds. The roosters much larger. The hens lay a nice big brown egg. And, well, all the extra roosters ended up in the noodle pot. And the hens, well, they lived out a long, happy life. For the small farmer or even backyard enthusiast, a few Plymouth Rock females like this one can make great pets, but they'll also lay between 250 and 300 eggs a year. As you can see, they're both beautiful and they have a very gentle disposition. Think about adding a few borrowed Plymouth Rocks to your flock. It's that time. We're crowning our Diamond Chef as soon as we return. Well, it's that moment we've been waiting for. Who can claim the title of Diamond Chef?
I didn't really get nervous. I kind of knew what to expect, but when you see your banner, you see a 20-foot banner of yourself, it's a little overwhelming. That's when it gets real to me. That's when it kind of, oh wow, we're in a competition, we got to do this. So
I'm used to competition. I do ACF competitions across the country as well, so I'm familiar with those, and I love them. This competition has always been a personal favorite of mine because it's all of a sudden, here it is. Here's the basket, you open it up, and you go, oh.
Mystery baskets. You never know what they're going to put inside, and sometimes it's like a bit crazy. I remember one year was some kind of baby food.
All 6 of us chefs competed with the same ingredient. We did beef, we drew straws. It was fun. They gave us a whole primal.
Gave every chef a different cut, and I got eye of round, which I got the luckiest out of all the cuts of beef.
Hey guys, we have a whole cow. Everybody gets a subprimal. Yeah, that's great if you get you can pull a tenderloin or a steak or something but we drew brisket, and that made our challenge all the more crazy. We tried to do it. We did like a really thinly shaved brisket that we braised, for 20 minutes.
You got some shallots, oyster mushroom.
How much more time we got in here?
Always pressure, man. This is what we do, though.
My game plan for this is no matter what the secret ingredient was going to be, they were going to get one of it, they're going to have a raw course. So good for them it was beef and not chicken.
It's a little bit chaotic. They have to come in with a plan because 20 minutes is not very long. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody's hands up, hands up.
Well, the overall appeal is the eye appeal. The first thing you see is going to be the eye. So the plate presentation. Then, of course, after that is the taste and how the main ingredient, has been used.
Let's see that mystery ingredient. They got to produce 4 plates in the first round and then 4 plates in the second round, and we'll figure out who's going to be Diamond Chef 2016.
We're going to do fried chicken with sweet potato hash. We're going to do bacon. We're going to render the bacon. I want that cooking.
Our Diamond Chef 2016. Jason, I'm sorry, it's not you.
Want to learn more? Visit PAllenSmith.com for delicious recipes, garden tips, blog posts, and our online store. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. I hope you've had as much fun as I have following the Diamond Chef competition. You don't have to be a professional chef to enjoy competitive cooking. After all, we need spectators and we need tasters. Until next time, I'm Alan Smith. There you go.